Okay, that is attempt 2. Let's try that. If I turn this off, it appears that it is still broken. Ford F-150. Okay, so yeah, we got this working again. Probably. Okay. No, it should be good. I don't know why the stream cut out earlier. That was very strange. But yeah, there we go. Alright. We are good. So, we got that working. Just trying to stay off the main highway. Isn't a soul around. This is Mansfield, Texas at 12:08 a.m. Central Standard Time. There isn't a soul around here. We're just covered in about 3 to 4 inches of sleet. That is where we're at right now. We don't have any other... There's no issues with the roads, which is very good. There's no black ice under this. I haven't felt any. It's like nothing's happened, not even on the bridge. I haven't had any issues at all. It's just that my truck really does not, or the camera up top really does not like the vibrations of the truck. I wonder if that is why it shut off earlier. But yeah, we are seemingly all good. There's no real issues with the roads. It's completely drivable. There's tracks in the snow showing me exactly where people were, so I'm able to see where to drive, and I'm not going over 20 miles an hour. That much is for sure. Just turn on that light there so I can see the road a little bit better. Yeah, this is not as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be. Stand below 20 miles an hour, keeping the wheels and tires straight. Yeah, no, everything's good here. Just to go wherever I need to, no problems. Chilly, 16 degrees outside. Chilly is a very mild word to describe it. We are all good right now. 360 camera is not focusing on what I need it to. There we go. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better. You can kind of see over there that there's a lot of sleet that is piled up here. Roads are not bad, luckily. I do have to turn that off because I do see someone coming. I'm able to use the tracks that other people have made to keep it rolling without any major issues at all. Under 20 miles an hour. The main quest right now is to find thunder sleet, thunder ice, something of the sort. Because there is a potential for that around this time. At least there was. I've yet to see any. I am not missing out on that opportunity to see some. You know, a lot of people do live streams like this. get a lot of views. Because they go out and try and film the crashes and stuff. I'm just out here trying to get weather information. There's not a soul at the gas station right now. I have to stay on the main roads. That is one goal right now, is to stay on the main roads. Ridge over there's a little bit risky. I'm trying to figure out if I should just turn around here. Okay, the light does not need to change more in minutes. That is not helpful. I got this big light. Might head down here and then turn around. Everything so far is pretty good. I don't have any issues with anything. Traction is great, surprisingly. It's just a lot of sleet. The sleet is actually helping with the traction slightly. Because if it was ice, of course, you'd be slipping all over the place. Sometimes heavy snow, if it's the big slushy snow, can be a huge problem. But from where I'm at right now, I'm getting a ton of grip. I am not experiencing any issues at all. It's yelling at me that my stream is low on bitrate, but that is fine by me because I want to be able to keep streaming. I don't need to look that good. So far, so good. No issues at the moment. You might be hearing that sound. What is that sound? That is my windshield wipers, which are covered with ice. Couple people I see coming up behind me. There are people indeed coming up behind me. I'm not going to. I mean, they can try and pass. Oh, one just turned. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just going to maintain my speed. Maintain my direction. Not fiddle with the freaking wheel. All good. A lot of people coming. Oh, people were doing donuts in the school. I see that in the school parking lot. That is why there were tracks coming out of it. Yeah, there's a ton of tracks here. People have been up and down this road, particularly, it looks like in the past 30 minutes or so, considering how many tracks there are and how deep they still are. Because if this was earlier in the night, then they probably would have been filled in by sleep by now. But this is pretty good, considering what's going on here. Really does not like when I go over the rivets caused by big tires. Okay. That was a patch of something. Just gotta stay in the grooves, and I'm good. Everything else has been going swimmingly. Looks like the bridge has been salted. This guy seems to be having a fun time. Got a big old cargo van. Yeah, he's having fun. He's having a grand old time. Is it gonna let me go, or is it just gonna make me sit here? Someone appears to be not having a fun time, meanwhile. On the left. Don't know who that is. But they are not having a fun time. At all. And yet again, this light refuses to let me go. I don't know why. I don't know what vendetta it has against me, but it does not want me to go. Which is very annoying. Can it please let me get through the damn light? I need to get through the light. Oh, come on. Am I blinding the camera? Is that why? I might have been because I'm actually blinding the camera with the big light that's on top of my truck. That might have actually been the problem. Maybe? Nope, it just doesn't like me. I don't want to run the light, but it is genuinely not giving me an option not to at the moment, because it refuses to change. It does not acknowledge my existence. I really don't want to reverse right now. YouTube is not responding. Okay, that's great. I don't know why it is not responding. That is not helpful at all. Connect. Come on. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought it said YouTube is not responding. Yeah, I don't really care about that. There's a higher watt charger. That is literally plugged into a power brick. Why does it not like me? Okay, it will not let me go. There's no one coming at all. It will not let me go, so I'm just gonna go. Because it will not change the light. And come on, get back in the groove. This guy is really not having a fun time. Okay. I might check it out and see if I can help him. I don't know if there's a ton I can do for this guy. I don't know if he's just stuck or what's going on. You good? I don't know if he's awake in there or what's going on. If there's anyone even in the vehicle. I don't know if there's anyone in the vehicle. Okay. That was not helpful. If he's in there, he's asleep. My camera isn't working. It really does not want to focus on the road ahead. It wants to do its own thing. It wants to focus on the random specks of dirt on the camera, which is not helpful. There we go. There you go. buddy. So, yep, this is where I am at right now. Everything seems to be going relatively well. Just gotta keep it in 4 low. Don't be an idiot. And it's working just fine. Not having any problems. I got up hills, down hills. Brakes are fine. Roads are good. Just don't be an idiot. Don't drive a Corolla out here. You should be fine. This is not a situation like Oklahoma mud where anyone's going to get stuck. 4-wheel does help here. Maybe not like all the way, but it does help. So, I'm over here by the hospital in Mansfield at the moment. Mansfield, Texas. I've just crossed over 287. I am not getting on 287 right now. That is a death wish. I'm just chilling on the back roads, seeing all of the sleet drift, rather. It's not snow drift, it's sleet. It is all sleet. Yep. Just staying in 4 low, keeping it 2nd gear. 1st gear does not get me high enough to go anywhere. Enough speed to go anywhere. That's a genuine problem if I keep it in 1st. So this is 2nd gear. I'm just cruising at about 7 to 8 miles an hour. Just following in the grooves ahead. There doesn't seem to be a problem right now. Haven't encountered any rough conditions at all. Just got to keep it in 4 low. Don't put it in, I don't know, 2-wheel drive. You're fine. Don't drive a Corolla on the road like that guy was, because that's also an idiot move. There's a Skellington cop, because Mansfield doesn't have that color scheme, but no, it's a security guard. But yeah, I'm just heading across the streets. There's not a ton of stuff going on right now, considering that everyone is just in their houses. This camera works a lot better when there's stuff to look at that's up. If you're trying to look at stuff toward the ground, it struggles. Yep, this is about 4 inches of sleet over here. Just chugging on through it at 8 miles an hour. Just saw a DOT truck go behind me on the highway. Probably laying out more brine like it's going to do anything. This is sleet. This is not freezing rain. This is sleet. Doesn't matter how much brine you put on the road. In fact, brine might actually make it worse, considering that the temperature is going to drop to about 8 degrees tomorrow morning. So that's just going to freeze. Brine isn't going to do enough to help with that. Seems like a few vehicles have been through this area. Speed limit's 40. I am doing 10. Surprisingly, I've seen no lifted F-150s try and tailgate me. Very happy about. I have not checked the chat. No one is talking in the chat, which is fair enough. Might eventually turn back around, head back towards downtown Mansfield. For right now, I'm just cruising very slowly. Very slowly. Now, a lot of chasers who are out in the snow, chasing the sleet, chasing ice, they will stay on the main highways, and then they'll show people who are off in the ditch. You know, that's cool. That's going to get you a ton of views. But no one goes on the back roads. No one goes on the suburban roads that everyone has to travel to get home. People want to see those conditions. People want to see what is happening on the back roads, not just what's on the highway. Someone had a little bit of an oopsie there. Let's see if I can turn around here. As long as it appears that I can, I'm just going to stop here. Because I can just check. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn around here. Yep, all good. All good there. Alright, yep. It's easy turnaround. This is not as difficult as you would think. It's pretty nice, actually. I thought this was going to be a lot worse. My main concern is the bridge. That bridge, I saw the tracks, and I made it up it just fine. It's just a little bit sketchy considering it's a bridge. All bridges are sketchy when the weather's like this. So you always want to be careful with bridges when the weather is, like this at all. Anytime that there's snow, ice, sleet, anything of the sort, you always want to be careful of bridges because there could be black ice under it. There could be ice on the bridges, especially if it's closer to freezing, because a lot of times what will happen is that the bridge is above freezing. It'll snow, even if it's snow. It'll snow, it'll melt, and then the bridge will get below freezing. It'll create a layer of ice on the bridge. So even if there's regular snow, you always want to be careful of ice on bridges. Also, it is claiming that my YouTube connection is not good, which, I guess, but I'm also trying my best here with the Starlink that I have. And it was working pretty well for a very long time, so I don't know why it would not be working right now. Okay, so my laptop is charging. The laptop that I'm using is indeed charging. Just had to make sure of that. So these conditions are a lot better than I would have expected them to be, especially considering how bad this is made out to be. Which, it is still bad. I'm still in a truck with four-wheel drive in 4-low. It's not like I'm driving a Prius and I'm cruising in a Prius. It's not like that. I'm driving a truck that is weighed down in the back by a lot. And I'm in 4-low. I'm in third gear. I'm actually in third gear because second gear was not liking me. My engine revs were getting pretty up there. But I'm in third gear. I'm just cruising right now. And I'm not having too many issues because this isn't clumpy snow. This isn't snow that's just going to stick there and get stuck to your tires. This isn't ice. This isn't pure ice. If this was pure ice, then I would not be out here. That is a death wish. And this is not. Yeah, this is just a little bit of sleet. It's enough sleet to be a problem, of course. Like, most people on the highway are driving 30 miles an hour in a 70, but, this is not bad. This is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's see. So, yep, I gotta cross back over the bridge, which, always sketchy when crossing a bridge when it's cold outside, like this. But, not too bad. That thing, my cell booster is really, really jumpy. It's really bumping around back there. But yeah, so far, this is not too bad. There's not a single person at the hospital, which, understandable, considering that, there's the staff. They kind of have to be there. There's a couple people, it seems like, pretty far up there. Okay, we got back to the bridge. Now it's wanting to slip just a little bit, which, understandable, considering that there have been a lot of people that have driven on this road. There's a huge line in the sleet that was coming out of the hospital. So it does compact it a little bit. It does make it a little bit harder to drive on when it's compacted sleet. Sort of turns into a layer of ice. But this is not bad at all. There's no one behind me. As you can see at the top of the dome, there's a lot of ice that is accumulated up there. I had to scrape. It took me about 10 minutes to scrape that thing off. I guess I could swing it using that. That helps. It's a little bit faster. Swing it around. That's behind me. Swing it back forward. It's at a little bit of an angle. Might be able to notice, but it's not too bad. Also, is this light gonna let me go? Please, let me go, light. Okay. Really does not want to let me go. Come on, light. There we go. Yep. Make it up the hill, make it up the hill. Yes, it does. It does look cold and scary. And you know, if you're driving a Prius or something of the sort, I wouldn't recommend being out here. That's not a good idea. It's very, very cold. It is very, very... it's a little bit slippy. Like, even I'm slipping just a little bit. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it is still slipping. And I'm driving a truck with a weighed-down bed. So, I would not recommend small vehicles, Prius, the Altima that's sitting up here on the left. That's not a good idea. I would not recommend driving things like that. You can see that's I think it's an Altima or Versa. That's the dude who's in it is asleep, I think. Or it's abandoned. I don't know. I tried knocking on the window, or I yelled at the window. I didn't knock on it. I don't know why I said I knocked at it. I did not knock on the window. I yelled at the window. But nope, no response. So I presume he's either asleep or he's just in there. Like, he's asleep or it's abandoned. I don't know which. But I am not going to touch it because it has the hazard lights on. Yeah. Okay, now this I'm slipping quite a bit because there's a ton of people who have been here. So it makes it quite a bit more slippy when there's a lot of pressure on that ground. I'm not sliding like off the road, it's just hard to get traction to keep going here. See, so I'm having to take this really slow right now. I'm not sliding off the road, I'm just sliding in between the grooves on the road. I can turn that light on. I have a really bright yellow light, which helps in this situation because there's no one coming the other way. So I can just turn that one on. So I'm just staying, I see a fresh groove that is here on the left. I might need to eventually mount this dome a little bit further up on the truck using magnets instead of it being bolted to the back. Or I might get two of them. That might be better if I just get two of them and those are my mainstream cameras. Regardless, oh, there's someone coming up behind me. But regardless, yeah, I'm just using this very bright light. This dude is hauling ass up behind me. I don't know what his deal is. I'm not driving a 4x4. I am a Tacoma. He is passing me. Brother. Okay. Alright, buddy. He is sliding all over the place. That is not a good recommend. Yeah, sure, it might be a little bit of fun, but that only lasts so long until you end up in the ditch. So I would not recommend doing what he is doing, especially considering that he is driving a Dodge, which is one of the worst mistakes that you can make. I'm just sitting pretty high in revs, actually. I don't know if switching to fourth would be better for this. I think sticking in, right now it's in third, so I think I'm good at the moment, but this area right here, right in front of the area here where people were turning into the neighborhood, that area is a little bit slicker. I did notice that. Glad I got an oil change. Oil change, tires rotated. I am all good. Now the 360 camera on the top really does not like the bounciness of this road here. The rear suspension is a little bit more bouncy than the cab suspension for obvious reasons. And considering that this is mounted over the bed, it does not like it at all. So if I go up here and I see that dude in the ditch, that is going to be a sight. Yeah, I am not doing what he did. That is not a smart idea. I am being responsible for my actions. I am not a guy with a 19-year-old with a landscaping truck. Probably his dad's landscaping truck, actually. I don't think that was. I doubt he's an 18 or 19-year-old. I have a truck that's just straight up landscaping. Maybe he does, I don't know. But I'm being a responsible adult and wanting to not total my truck. I don't know why my other camera shut off too. Maybe it's maybe it doesn't want me running other camera. Oh, that is a problem. It's upside down. Yeah, I'll have to fix that in a second. For right now, you get the top camera. I will fix that here in just a second. Try rolling up the windows, just to make sure they're all closed, and then the back right one. Get a bit of a sound it made. Chilling right now. I know I'm actually doing a little bit faster than I normally would downhill. I haven't encountered any ice. See, whenever the road is smooth, the camera really likes it, but the second I hit a rivet from a bigger tire, it really doesn't like it. Also, it might sound like it's raining. It is not raining. It is all sleet. It is heavy, heavy sleet. That is all it is. I got some time. It's fun, actually. I'm not being stupid. Dropping. Yep. Luckily, I am getting good grip on the road. Inside of my truck is actually pretty warm because I was able to warm it up for a while. Just following the grooves in the road, staying in third gear. I'm not a Prius, I'm not a Camry, not an Altima, which you saw back there. I am in a truck that is back heavy, and now my camera really does not want to focus on anything but the big scratches on it, which is really not helpful at the moment considering that I'm trying to drive. Work, camera, please. I want people to see the sleet that is accumulating on the ground, not the big scratch on the dome. I will eventually get the front camera working, but for the moment, I cannot do that because I am driving. And now it wants to focus on anything but the friggin' road. Okay, this is actually not too bad at the moment. There doesn't seem to be a lot of grooves. There seem to be a lot of grooves on the lanes leaving town, but not a lot on entering town. I am able to see a couple old ones that I'm using right now as grooves. Okay, yeah, we're good. Luckily, this truck is light, so in this case, that's good. A lot of cases that can be bad. In this case, it's actually pretty good because I'm not gonna reach the bottom and get to where the freezing rain is within this pile. So right now we're just chilling. This is downtown Mansfield up here, but now we're just cruising right now. Wonder if Whataburger is open. Someone crossing the road up ahead, which, considering that is 16 degrees and there is sleet everywhere, I'm impressed that they are not. But yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Actually, a couple people out. I'm just being careful. As careful as possible, unlike some other people that I've seen out here. Apparently don't value their vehicles. Wow, it's bumpy. time of night even. Eventually have to add other things to the live stream, but now this is what I have. There actually does appear to be some pretty opportune areas for thundersleep to the south, but I am not getting those because I am not able to drive down there, which is, disappointing. But I am not risking my life over a funny weather phenomenon. I know my limits. This is my limit. Hello, post office guy. Oh, you know what hour it is. Oh, God damn it. You need to take a different route, but I am not risking it today. Come on, buddy. Let me go through the light. There's no one here. Be through the light. Let me go. Free me. Thank you. It's gonna shift me really hard. There we go. Okay, chilling right now. School has been canceled for Monday for obvious reasons. Because we are not Yankees. For a Midwesterner, this would be no problem. They know how to handle this. They have winter tires. This is Texas. I have all season tires, which are not all season. That means winter, or that means winter usually, then spring, summer, fall. That's what it means. It does not mean proper winter, because that is what all season tires are for. They're not meant for winter. They're meant for when it gets really hot and when it gets really cold. It's not meant for actual snow. They can say that they're meant for snow. It doesn't do anything. That's not how that works. They don't do what they are supposed to do. Careful making this turn because I can't see where the road is. I'm going to follow these tracks of this person who made this turn. And hopefully they are not in the ditch. I am correct, they are not in the ditch, so I'm doing a good job. Okay, cool. Go down this way. Whataburger, but I get Whataburger tomorrow. That is my thing. We walk to the Whataburger every single year when it snows. So I must save my cravings for Whataburger for tomorrow. Still coming down in buckets out here for sleet. They are staging trucks. They are staging utility trucks at the Whataburger. Welcome to Texas, where people use the Whataburger cups to hide their or to cover their faucets, and then they use the Whataburger as a staging area for disaster relief. That is what happens here. This is Texas. This is what texting those. There's someone coming up here. Hello, guy. Someone did the right thing and put their wipers up. I am not that someone. I did not remember to put my wipers up because I am texting. We don't do that. I think I might upshift one. So I stopped setting at like 4,000 revs. There we go. That's a lot better. There we go. We're absolutely vibing. Exactly sure what the lines are supposed to be on this road. I'm just following the tracks. The 7-Eleven's open. Let's see if I can get a big gulp. Let's see. It's kind of deep over here. People have definitely been here. Can't guarantee that they're open, but they've been here. Well, there's someone at the pump. Someone parked out front. Yeah, they are open. It does appear the lights are on. Yeah, that dome is really messed up. I really gotta clean it. I'm snow plowing. I hear it. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm kind of snow plowing. I don't know if this is going to affect my Starlink, because... Oh, come on now. Get her going. Alright, come on, buddy. It's just the 7-Eleven parking lot. It's not that deep, dude. Come on. Is there a back entrance? Looks like there is. I'm going to use that. That has a note on the door. Sorry, we are closed because of the freeze. That might actually be what it says. Let's find out. Wow, it's bumpy. Whoa. What does that note say? Please use front door. So use the other door. Okay. Well, if I shut this truck off, it's going to shut down the stream because I have Starlink connected. I don't know. Hello, people. Right now I'm just sitting in a 7-Eleven parking lot trying to figure out what to do. Whether I should go home and turn off the stream or whether I should, actually, do something. Continue streaming. It is very, very, very wet with sleet out here. The truck is vibrating because the sleet is crunching underneath the tires. I'm getting a phone call from my father because he is upset that I am not home, I think. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I unfortunately must return to my house, which means I have to shut off the stream because I don't want people knowing exactly where I live. But hey, this was fun. This is a fun little adventure. And my camera has just died. I think that is another sign that I should go home and go to bed. Yep, my camera's dead. Alright, cool. Well, I am done streaming, I guess. I just got done streaming because my camera is dead. I think it died to cold. I'm gonna presume it died to cold because it refuses to turn back on. And I gotta go home. So that's very disappointing. But, yeah. I have had fun out here, kind of, I think. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get on home.